The FN-49, or Fabrique Nationale model of 1949, is a 2-star RF that's available from normal production, drops from stage 2-5 onwards, and as a career quest reward for clearing 2-3E, where you will be given FN-49 at level 35 and at 3 dummy links. Also, I'm currently looking for a writer to write a summary of Episode 8 of Arknights for me. I will be paying the person who does it $115 plus tip if it's good enough, as well as crediting them in the video. If you are interested in writing for me, please send me an email at dakutacommandershikikan@gmail.com. I will give you a cutscene from Episode 8 for you to summarize to judge your capabilities, as well as previous scripts for reference. If you use AI to summarize it, you will be automatically disqualified. You can also find more details in a community post in the community tab of my channel. The FN-49's design began in the early 1930s under the experimentation of Fabrique Nationale's then chief designer, Dieudonné Savy, where he would eventually come up with, patent, and prototype a gas-operated semi-automatic rifle by 1937. This rifle was delayed multiple times due to the German invasion of Poland in 1939, which increased the demand for MGs and bolt-action rifles, and then the invasion of Belgium itself in May of 1940, and the occupation of FN's home, Liège, by the German military. However, Savy was able to escape to England via Portugal in 1941, where he continued his work. By late 1943, the Enfield Arms Factory ordered 50 of his prototypes, and based on the tests, ordered 2,000 of these rifles for troop trials. A last-minute problem with the gas moderator, as well as the end of World War II drawing near, the order was cancelled. Despite the cancellation, Savy continued to work on the rifle and finished it in 1947. The FN-49 was fortunate enough to have multiple contracts with different countries, with Venezuela being the first to order, followed by Indonesia, Egypt, Belgium, Luxembourg, Belgian Congo, Colombia, Brazil, Ethiopia, and Argentina, as FN believed it was a good idea to go for non-US and Soviet-aligned countries, and was produced from 1948 to 1982. The different countries also requested the firearms to be chambered in different calibers, with other modifications such as a fire select lever, scopes, and larger magazines being added by FN or the militaries they sold to. The FN-49 is a gas-operated, short-stroke piston tilting bolt select-fire semi-automatic rifle, which fires either the 30-06 Springfield, 7.92 by 57mm Mauser, 7 by 57mm Mauser, 7.62 by 51mm NATO, or 7.65 by 53mm Argentine cartridge from a 10-round fixed box magazine or 20-round detachable box magazine for the Argentine versions, out to a range of 700 meters. Inner base character art drawn by Bison, FN-49 wears a black shirt with red stripes down the back, an olive drab and red belt, an armband on her upper left arm with a gold badge on it, cuffed white gloves, a black, red, and gold wedge with a poppy flower, a red, gold, and black skirt flowing behind her with a frilled white front, sheer black tights with a leather strap on her lower left thigh, and red, high-heeled shoes. The FN-49 she has is on a sling around her left shoulder, and appears to have a fire selector on it and a 10-round, non-detachable box magazine. In her voice lines voiced by Masaki Mami, FN-49 is very jumpy and stutters often.
よろしくお願いします。メリークリスマスです、指揮官。ケーキ、美味しいですね。増員？役に立ちますか？お帰りなさい。勝ってすみません。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。びっくりしました。からかわないでください。また？いいですとも。全員撃っちゃいましょう。これ以上近寄ると撃ちますよ。緊張で倒れそう。
Like some RFs, 49's main role is dealing more damage over a short period of time. Her tiles only affect HGs, reducing their skill cooldown by 10%. She's best positioned on tile 4 or tiles 1 and 7 if you don't mind losing a tile. At level 10, her first skill, Damage Focus, gives 49 plus 55% damage for 5 seconds. This has a 5-second ICD and 8-second NCD. Without crits or equips, she now does 172 damage for 5 seconds. With crits but no equips, she does 258 damage. When fully linked, enhanced, and at level 100, Base 49 has 47 HP per link for a total of 465. Consumes 55 ammo and 90 rations, deals 111 damage, has 32 evasion, 61 accuracy, 32 rate of fire, 7 move speed, 40% crit rate, and deals 150% damage on a crit. Base 49 is able to equip telescopic sights, hollow sights, red dot sights, suppressors, AP ammo, microchips, and capes. The recommended equipment for Base 49 is a 5-star scope, 5-star special sniper ammo, and 5-star cape. This gives her plus 10 damage, minus 3 move speed, plus 48% crit rate, plus 25% crit damage, and 120 armor pen. This brings her stats to 121 damage, 4 move speed, 88% crit rate, 175% crit damage, and 135 armor pen. Her skill now does 188 damage without crits, and 328 with. To fully mod FN-49, she'll need 2000 memfrags and 60 cores. This takes roughly 10.5 days of grinding the Neural Cloud Corridor Combat Sim to get the required memfrags. Her rarity goes to 4 stars when modded. In her mod art, drawn by the same artist, 49 has practically the same outfit, but she's turned 90 degrees to face the camera. The wedge she wears now has the poppy at the front, as well as having open flaps on the side. Her dress is revealed to be a lace-up, open-top dress with a collar and necklace at the front. She ditched the gloves for red, gold, and black wristbands. The armbands are now puffy and red. The front white part of her dress is much more opaque now, and her flowing dress is now purely red, and looks like the petals of a poppy flower. When fully modded, 49's tiles now reduce the skill cooldown of HGs by 15%. She now has 47 HP per link for a total of 480, deals 120 damage, has 33 evasion, 64 accuracy, 34 rate of fire. Her first skill now increases her damage to 65% for 5 seconds. Without equips or crits, she does 198 damage, and with crits but no equips, she does 297. At level 10, 49's second skill, Frigid Resolve, whenever her first skill is active, increases her rate of fire by 15% for 5 seconds. This brings her rate of fire up to 39 without any equipment. The spec that 49 gains from Mod 3, the Fire Selector, gives 49 at max calibration and enhancement, plus 48% crit chance, and plus 5 rate of fire. The recommended equipment for modded 49 is the Fire Selector, 5-star special ammo, and 5-star cape. This gives her plus 10 damage, plus 5 rate of fire, minus 3 move speed, plus 48% crit chance, plus 25% crit damage, and plus 120 armor pen. This brings her stats to 130 damage, 39 rate of fire, 4 move speed, 88% crit rate, 175% crit damage, and 135 armor pen. When both skills are active, she now does 215 damage and has 45 rate of fire. Raising and modding FN-49 really varies on who you have, how late into the game you are, and who you pair her with. Base 49, much like every other 2-stall in the game, is fairly mediocre. Sure, she has a skill which boosts her damage, which is nice, but it's counteracted by her low rate of fire and accuracy. There are also plenty of easily obtainable alternatives, such as M14, Lee Enfield, and WA2000, who do her job better. Her mod, now that modded Lee Enfield exists, can't really be compared to base Lee Enfield anymore, though she's better than she was. Granted, she does have a decent stat boost, as well as an improvement to her first skill, and a second passive skill that further boosts her rate of fire, but she still suffers from piss-poor accuracy. Lee and M14, now with mods, are leaps and bounds ahead of her, Lee with just being all-around broken and OP, and M14 with having a massive rate of fire compared to her. And to be even comparable to base Lien Field, she has to be max level, mod 3, all skills max, and have her spec at level 10 max enhancement. In my opinion, if you have to jump through so many goddamn hoops just to get one character usable, she's not worth investing in at all. Stick to Lee and M14 if you want good generalist rifles / ones with high rates of fire. I wouldn't recommend building FN-49 whatsoever, it's a waste of resources. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates, I also stream, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.